There are certain places here on Earth that we should probably leave alone, locations where it would be better for our own sanity if we had never set foot. And then there are places like the West Wycombe Caves in England. While they might have started out as just another tourist attraction, these caverns hold some very dark secrets, ones that will make you wonder if maybe some things are best left undisturbed. So join us today as we look at the harrowing history behind this underground labyrinth and why people claim even today you can hear echoes of its sinister past. So let's get into it. Located in the small village of West Wycombe in Buckinghamshire, England, the sprawling cave network is one of the most infamous tourist attractions in all of Europe, drawing around 60,000 visitors each year. But most of them don't know the true history of the place. The winding passageways are full of eerie surprises and unexpected twists and turns, making it easy to lose your way. Many tunnels sit deep below ground with no light reaching the cavernous chambers, forcing visitors to use their imaginations to fully comprehend their surroundings. This labyrinth has become a popular location for paranormal investigators and thrill seekers alike. But what makes this place so truly special? To find the answer, we need to go back to the late 1700s, when two men were busy creating a place where the upper classes could let loose. Their names were Sir Francis Dashwood and Paul Whitehead. They were both members of a secret society known as the Hellfire Club, which had been formed in 1718 by a group of dissident aristocrats and intellectuals. According to legend, the club was founded after a group of friends made a pact with the devil, swearing to live life to the fullest, indulging in every pleasure the world had to offer. With wealth and power on their side, the members wasted no time in pursuing their decadent lifestyle. However, they also wanted somewhere away from prying eyes where they could meet and plot. Somewhere like the West Wycombe Caves. In 1748, Dashwood began excavating a series of tunnels beneath his estate using picks and shovels. What started off as a small project soon grew in scope until an entire quarter-mile network of chambers had been created. He did this with the help of Whitehead, who served as steward of the club and made sure everything ran smoothly. But they didn't do it alone. Whitehead brought in a third party, the Brotherhood of St. Francis, whose sole purpose was to assist with the construction and maintenance of the caves. These men would come together in secret to perform bizarre occult ceremonies deep beneath West Wycombe. There, they would worship strange deities and engage in all manner of debauchery and sin. Among the many rituals they practiced was the ritual of the Black Mass, a parody of the Christian Mass that mocked the Church's traditions and beliefs. During this ceremony, they would celebrate the 7 deadly sins and take great delight in defiling everything holy. No subject was off limits, and they spared no expense in their quest for pleasure. It was said that the club's members were always looking for new ways to push the boundaries of what was possible. Even the sanctity of marriage was not safe from their prying eyes. Many stories have been told about the Hellfire Club members spying on newlyweds on their wedding night, often resulting in scandalous consequences. It wasn't enough for them simply to enjoy their own pleasures. They had to intrude on the happiness of others as well. At its peak, the organization boasted over 200 members, all powerful figures in their own right. Dashwood himself came from an ancient and noble family whose roots could be traced back to Anglo-Saxon times. As a member of Parliament, he had access to vast amounts of money and influence, which he used to further the club's goals. Whitehead, on the other hand, was a former army officer who had seen action in Flanders and the War of the Spanish Succession. His military experience made him an invaluable asset to the group, as he was able to use his knowledge of strategy and tactics to plan their secret meetings and rituals. Together, Dashwood and Whitehead were a formidable team, and they were able to create a haven of debauchery and sin deep beneath the English countryside. But all good things must come to an end. And in 1781, the Hellfire Club was disbanded due to a combination of factors. For one thing, the group's activities had become increasingly reckless, and they had made powerful enemies both inside and outside of Parliament. Additionally, many members grew tired of the secrecy required to maintain the club's secrecy and decided to move on with their lives. Whatever the reason, the club's sudden demise left a power vacuum that would soon be filled by a new group of adventurers and treasure hunters. When the Hellfire Club disbanded, their secret hideaway was forgotten about and the entrance to the caves was sealed up. For decades, the tunnels sat abandoned and untouched, their existence known only to a few. That is until 1834, when a group of smugglers stumbled upon them while looking for somewhere to hide their wares. Word of their discovery spread quickly, and soon the caves were being used for all sorts of illicit activities. Smugglers, bootleggers, and even members of the criminal underworld found refuge within the labyrinthine passages. The authorities knew that it would be nearly impossible to find anyone in such a confusing maze, so they often turned a blind eye to what was happening down there. As the years passed, more and more people became aware of the cave's existence, and they started exploring them on their own. Some were thrill seekers looking for a bit of adventure, while others were simply curious about the strange legends surrounding the place. But whatever their motives, many of those who ventured into the caves never came out the same. There are countless reports of strange lights and shadows being seen deep within the tunnels, as well as whispers and murmurs that seem to come from nowhere and nowhere. Many have claimed that they've heard voices echoing through the caverns, talking in languages both ancient and unknown. Others have seen shadowy figures darting between the pillars, or felt a sudden chill despite the stifling heat of the underground environment. Some believe that these are simply the spirits of those who died in the caves over the years, trapped forever in their earthly prison. It's also said that some spirits are more active than others, with certain areas of the cave system being particularly haunted. One such area is the altar chamber, a large cavern where many of the Hellfire Club's most infamous rituals were said to have taken place. Here, members would gather in the flickering light of candles and bonfires, engaging in all manner of debauchery and sin. Now, some say that the ghosts of those members linger here, their presence made manifest by the sudden flicker of flames or the whisper of voices long dead. Then there's the labyrinth, a series of winding passages that are designed to disorient anyone who enters. It's said that those who get lost in the labyrinth never find their way out, doomed to wander the caves for eternity. Perhaps the most disturbing legend of all is that of the River Styx. Deep beneath the caves is a subterranean river that flows through the caverns, its waters black as ink and cold as ice. It's said that those who swim in the Styx are transported to the underworld, where they suffer eternal torment. With all of these terrifying tales, it's no wonder that many people refuse to venture into the caves. But those who are brave, or foolish, enough to do so, often return with stories that defy belief. One of the most perplexing mysteries of the caves is the flickering candles. Many have reported seeing candles burning deep within the darkness, seemingly without any source of ignition. Some say that these are the souls of the damned, trapped in an endless cycle of torment. Others believe that they are simply tricks of the light, caused by the unique geology of the area. But perhaps the most compelling evidence of the cave's haunting comes from those who have visited them. Countless people have claimed to have seen shadowy figures darting between the pillars, or felt a sudden chill despite the stifling heat of the underground environment. Some have even heard disembodied voices echoing through the caverns, speaking in languages both ancient and unknown. Today, the caves are open to the public, and visitors can explore the labyrinthine passages and chambers for themselves. But it's important to remember that what you see may not always be what it seems. For many who have visited the West Wycombe Caves, the experience has been life-changing. They've returned home with stories that no one else will believe, forever changed by what they've seen and heard. If you're brave enough to visit for yourself, be sure to bring a camera and an open mind. You never know what you might capture on film. Whether you believe in ghosts or not, there's no denying that the West Wycombe Caves are a fascinating place. They're a reminder of a time when England's elite were willing to indulge in anything, no matter how depraved. And though the Hellfire Club is long gone, their legacy lives on in the shadows of these underground caverns. If you want to learn more about the Hellfire Club and the West Wycombe Caves, we highly recommend checking out the documentary available on various streaming platforms. You will get to explore the caves yourself and hear from experts who can tell you all about their history and significance. We also encourage you to share your own experiences with us. Have you ever visited the West Wycombe Caves? Did you see or hear anything strange? Let us know in the comments below. And while you're there, don't forget to subscribe so you never miss an upload from our channel. Thanks for watching.